Hey everyone. We have been asked by Angry Duckling or AngryDukling on Playdeck to review one of his games. I am on a call with Donzo. Um, we are not streaming because this is the first time we've done something like this, and if it's a disaster, we'll just give the video to the user. But if it's worth sticking on YouTube, you know me, given the sort of disaster zones I normally upload to YouTube, this could go really badly. And Donzo's already given written feedback to this player before, I think. So anyway, Donzo, say hello and say what you know so far about this guy.
Hello, this is Angry Duckling is my preference, aka Kevin Smith. I first of all think that this is not going to be a disaster. This is going to become some sought-after content that will be like must-watch commentary of the week once we start doing this. So I have very good feelings about how this is going to go. Regardless, I don't know a lot about this player. He and I have played in Rats a bit, and like you said, I did do. Was given some email feedback on a game he played recently. And so it looks like we're kind of going to do the same thing here, just we're going to do it live. And the one caveat to that is that since he is, I believe, a Rats exclusive player, this will be a video that he sent us that I think he's kind of like spliced on each of his turns a bit. So if it seems at all disjointed, that'll be why. But otherwise, it'll be like a normal commentary type video.
For the uneducated like me, Rats is the Reddit async. Is it? It's not Reddit anymore, I guess.
Yes.
All the Rus used to be Reddit once upon a time, but I guess they're not anymore. But it's the async Twilight Struggle League, right?
Yeah. Yes. It's the. What the hell does the R stand for? Is it well? Or maybe it's Royale now.
Royale now, yeah. Now that Reddit's dead internet. So is it league format or cup format? This is me not really knowing how Rats works, so that's an interesting thing to pick up on.
So there's a Rats League and there's a Rats Cup.
Sweet.
And there's a Rats 7-day and there's another Rats. There's so many things out there.
You will be unsurprised to know, Donzo, that I stopped playing async when one time I was playing. I remember I was on holiday, and I finished the game with a flourish as US AR7, and I was like, "That's it, brilliant." And then there was a deal, and it turned out I did it on turn 9, not turn 10. So I like completely blew my wad one turn early because I was playing async.
And then you decided that
that enough was
life's
enough.
too short to constantly be checking in on games. You've got to just isolate that time and enjoy it as best you can.
I would like to say putting me in the moment makes me a better player, but as you know, that's not necessarily true.
Well, here's your chance to prove your skill and your reasoning as we talk through this game of Kevin's here.
We shall see. So anyway, we're sticking AngryDukling on mute because we figure two voices and not the authors is probably where we want to go with this. If he's asking for feedback, he doesn't need to hear himself. And if you're interested in watching this kind of thing, you can just listen to us talk and not the person playing.
That's right.
All right. In which case, I think we are good to go. I'll just switch over from OBS so I can see it a bit bigger. Far away. Yeah, so Donzo's in control of the video controls in case he needs to stop and tell me to shut up. Right, let's do it.
All right.
So he's the USA. That's a relevant thing to start with, and he's got fancy overlay stuff.
Look, he's already got some. He's got some production values here.
People who use this stuff are just like the nerds of OBS. I know you said you'd be constructive, but I barely know how to turn the thing on. Middle East scoring would be if I'm USA, right? Middle East scoring looks like the headline. So is this?
We have Nasser.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's
hovering over containment here, and I can understand some reticence.
Yeah, because
but I think this is a pretty clear Middle East.
Yeah, because containment, like the usual heuristic I've heard is if you think you're going to get about 5 extra ops out of it, it's a good thing. So this would qualify on that basis, but then you wouldn't get Middle East off, and he's not got any 4-op cards, right? So he's a little ops light.
That's correct. And if we're concerned about a red scare and that potentially losing us West Germany,
yeah,
absolute worst case scenario is we can event containment AR1 if we have to.
Yes, and then you're safe. Well, that's a good reason to hold containment that I had not thought of, Donzo. So you've already shown yourself to be the wise elder of this commentary duo. As if people needed to know.
I don't know if everyone needs to know our relative ages, but I'm just going to make a base assumption that you're a couple of years older than me.
I'm definitely older than you, yes. But that doesn't mean that you can't be the elder in this context. All right, so far so good.
All right,
They've done Cambridge 5, and they didn't strip anything. Bonus. So open coup.
So that all worked out fine.
Are they
UN if
going
Marshall makes
Italy?
payments.
Italy, not Iran? Yeah, because of the Middle East scoring. Ooh, big hit. So I normally fill France here in a
Um,
panic. Is there something I should normally do that isn't filling France in a panic here, or is that is that a fine AR1?
I mean, we're probably losing Europe Dom regardless, considering the ops in our hand here. I think I would probably go. Okay, I wouldn't do this. I would go 2 into France because then he can't take France.
Yep,
And the blockade got played for ops.
that's a
And
bonus.
then I would have used the third op to go Malaysia. Now this
Yep.
absolutely has got to be a coup here.
Oof.
No, I hate this. There's no
Yeah,
reason to overprotect Iran. We
because he
don't need
wants.
to panic
Yeah,
and put one. And look, now he's got access to Vietnam.
exactly.
Now
Yes,
if we had couped instead,
you could
then
have
we
just
just
played
take
into Thailand.
3
Yeah,
into Thailand and we're
yeah.
fine. So
I
yeah,
agree on that.
and again, we talked about this earlier. We don't want to spend too much time thinking about like, well, here's what the map would have looked like. So we just have to go forward
Yeah,
here.
and in a
But
way,
now
the
we
map
have
doesn't look
some
hugely different
difficult
to that.
choices.
It's just that if we'd cooed, we know we take Thailand
Well,
because he could still play Vietnam
yeah.
revolts. But yeah,
Well, I mean, Thailand is the most important country in the game, and so like we need to be able to do any. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to move my mouse. We need to do anything we can in order to secure that. And now this is just well, okay. If we roll a 5 or 6 or whatever we just rolled, then
that
whatever.
makes life a little easier. But yeah, that's
We put ourselves in a position where we had to do that.
yeah.
So hopefully they don't get the extra roll here. Oh wow, Malaysia
Ooh.
instead. Okay,
So now we
please
right?
coup north coup. Well, we could do a Nasser coup, but that feels like jumping the gun, especially because we know blockade is gone. So I think this should just be yeah, like this. Don't put no. What are you doing? Just
Oh, yeah.
this is a
Take it back.
way lower priority. Asia's unscored. We either need to trigger coup Nasser, which I
Yeah.
don't love personally, or we needed to just coup North Korea with one op. All right, so the good thing now, okay, I mean,
He's come away relatively unscathed. Now he can take Thailand and shore up Iran, right?
yeah, this has got to
Do
be.
you take
Well, we've
France,
actually,
or are you worried about De Gaulle?
um, I don't think we have the luxury. I think what I would have done actually is play containment there and go 1 Lebanon, 1 Iran, 1 Thailand, and then end by taking Thailand.
Yep, that sounds alright to me.
I mean, it does leave us vulnerable to stock govs is the one problem. Okay,
Yeah.
so what happened here? NORAD got triggered. I mean, we've got to get 1, ideally 2 into Thailand.
Yep.
I don't think
To cover against deep hole, right? Yeah.
we haven't seen a single Europe attack card yet, so I don't think that investing more
No De
since
Gaulle,
we've
no
already
Suez,
lost
no
Italy
SOCGov. Yep.
in France makes sense.
Yeah, yep, for
So
sure.
I really
for sure.
and we've got him muted, so we don't know what his reasoning is here. But I think we absolutely have got to take now that he's poked Iran. Now I think it's actually this is complicated. Actually, I think it's just too. I think it's ignore Iran. And I think oh no, I do not like this.
No, because you're also
We've got
giving
to take
domination in Europe as well.
Pakistan.
Don't do that.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, this is really bad. This has got to be 2 Pakistan, 1 Thailand. That gives us Dom.
Yeah,
And doesn't
the headline.
give Dom away.
Yep, and we can score Asia. We can all score Asia Dom in the headline because there's no decol, I guess. Decol and D-Star would be the cards that would stop Asia Dom in the headline.
And IP war, but regardless, like we're giving away any advantage we have here. He can just potentially grab Pakistan AR1. We've given away a Europe Dom. We didn't need to give away right away.
Yeah.
I think the
missing the coup was really bad.
Were too concerned. Yeah, we were too concerned about holding containment, and I understand that with Red Scare around, but with blockade gone, and like we just you have to play for points right now, and we just gave away our huge advantage that we had in Asia there after we lucked out on the Vietnam roll. So now I think this is just it's either. Oh boy, this is tough. It's I don't like that.
Oh yeah, I would have chosen out of captured Nazi or dropping Asia for nothing.
All right, we're gonna get away with this now. So we have got to put 2 into Pakistan, 1 into Thailand. We just have to do that.
Yep.
And if we lose an IP war, okay, that's too bad. But like this is our chance.
It's a 1 in 3, isn't it? Because we're in Afghanistan. Yeah, I think got to roll the dice on that.
And so like now we could still lose it to he could take South Korea, but then we can counter that by taking
India.
India.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Suez only loses. Well, excuse me, I forgot we didn't get into Lebanon. Here's another reason we wanted to take Lebanon earlier. It's
Yes.
because
Yes.
now
Yes.
we can't trigger Suez yet.
Without getting cleaned
So
out.
this
Yeah.
is
Oof.
this is not to belabor the point, but like this is how like early mistakes compound over time
Yeah.
and
Big
create new
snowball.
problems for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, as far as now, I think
Use
God, this is
Warsaw
tough.
to take India.
Yeah,
And put the
you've
other
already
one in
lost Europe,
France.
Tom.
So, yeah.
I think we just well no we don't have the other one because they were scared for the headline. So I think we just spend
reverse
all
it. Yeah. So just take India. Yeah. Because
take India
if
and
you know
then
you're ditching Europe
they
for
could
Dom.
have they could have U.S. Japan, but that still forces them to play China or to hit an IP war. This has got to be a worse. I mean, I guess if we wanted to, we could maybe first do a captured Nazi event to grab the extra VP, but yeah, I think this has just got to be 3 India. We have Asia in hand. We got to start scoring our scoring cards.
So the weird thing about async is I think Dukling's had a shave since one of the previous rounds.
Yeah, so like that's the other thing is like, and this is how async works, is like he might have made this move, 48 hours later, and so maybe like his line of reasoning for one move, he might have been kind of thinking, oh, maybe I was thinking the wrong thing, and now I need to change what I was thinking for that.
Out of interest, do you keep like notes so when you return to an async game you can think what you were thinking about, or do you just remember? Like, because I can see how the drift would make that happen.
I just use a tracker, and so like you can just save wherever your tracker is at as a text file, and so then whenever I reopen the tracker, I just load the text file and it shows me what's discarded, removed, etc.
Cool, excellent. So you have prompts.
Yes, so I generally know what's going on. What is
India CNS this? Then Dom. So he said he asked how to use these ops in this exact situation, and this is what the people on Discord said. And most people are saying take India and get domination. No, not US because of US Japan. No, that's the wrong move. It's India, and India helps protect Pakistan.
That's a really bad choice right there.
Yes.
That's I mean unless look at that. There's that's just really bad.
Yeah.
And it only flashed briefly on the screen, but when you saw, they said, or whoever it was in comments said, take India therefore. So,
yep.
So this is just rough play here, and not trying to come down on Kevin here.
Yeah.
But he's I think maybe he's got a few blind spots here, but hopefully he finds this helpful. The problem is now like a three or four op, like if he's only going to put.
You got to put the other one in India to make sure. Well, then the China card still does it. Yep, it's rough. I'm trying to remember without rewinding. I think Don't Step on the Cat and Max Golds were the two people talking, weren't they? So
yeah, I'm
usual
wondering.
Suspects.
I'm wondering if he doesn't use a tracker and therefore wasn't thinking about US Japan.
Ooh,
that's just kind of an explanation.
And then one in Germany. Oof. Yes.
Well,
he's aware of his compound mistakes, which is good. Yeah. I mean, the capacity for self-reflection makes someone a better person. So this is good news.
That is how you improve at this game, as you understand I could have done something different.
And, I understand I could do different things.
So now this is presumably taking India.
Oh yeah, which means you're not going to get Asia. Ooh. Man, it's a really good thing.
They didn't have to give up China.
Good thing they snagged Middle East in the headline turn 1, otherwise the scoreline would be properly red.
But and we've got no presence in Middle East.
Nope.
We're
going into the reshuffle. Yep.
I mean, you have to score Asia right here. You absolutely can't do anything but score Asia here. Because if he pokes, then actually no.
There's no domination. Yeah. It can't be that bad.
This is and like they make more progress in Europe. No, drop Europe here.
Because you're giving up a VP when they take France.
Yeah, and like I understand why they wanted to do that and why they wanted to guarantee the space race, but like if you don't do that, you're guaranteeing you don't know if they hit the space race they're going to hit it. Like if they space first, So
Okay.
you're basically guaranteeing losing a BP there. Anyway, so
Another rough
I
deal.
think,
No clean 3-op cards or better, and he defected
yeah.
CIA. Did he?
Oh, Middle East there is terrible.
Oh, he
At
defected into
least we should
Pakistani
be
war.
able to. Yeah. At
Yeah.
least we should be able to take presence in Middle East.
Before, yeah, for sure. Could be a lot worse.
They have enough. Honestly, they have enough ops. There's a chance they could get control here. I don't think they'll go for it because they've. No, what else do they have to do? Really, take 2 in Algeria.
10 ops. They've got the ops. They do definitely have the ops.
And we've got a not very good hand here. We need to blockade away D-stall. We need to space decall.
The one thing going for AngryDukling is that they got decall and D-stall.
Oh no! Wait.
Nice. He didn't coup.
Okay,
he put the influence into
made another
Jordan.
mistake.
Yeah, should have cooed Libya, right?
Yeah, you coup. I mean, coup anything, but yes, Libya is your best bet. And then like you're not going to get a presence scored on you because CIA was triggered. So like worst case scenario, he puts 1 into Jordan, and then you just spend Cambridge 5 to take Jordan. So you still get presence. But you have to take that. Now we're losing a VP on Millops. Actually, no, we're losing 2 VPs on Millops because of it being a swing where they get a Millops that we were going to get.
Big swing.
So that's just a mistake not to coup Libya there. And maybe you get lucky if you roll
a 6.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you'd need a 6, but even a 5 would get you an influence in there, and then you could still take it. Yeah. So anyway, it's fine. We're not out of it. Like we're behind in 2 of 3 early war regions, but the big thing that's saving our game right now
is the lack of access.
The fact that they don't have any access. Yeah.
100%.
So the problem is we don't have a lot of ops to do the spreading we want to do. But this needs to be this just needs to be Angola here probably.
Yeah.
We also probably want to get 1 into either. I'm thinking Benelux just to have adjacency to West Germany just in case. Like as silly as that seems, we don't want to get realigned out of there.
So that would take the old ABM on a headline, right? I think that's paranoid, but
Well, you could have like a how I learned to set it to 5.
For sure.
Assault. There's a like you just don't want to lose the game that way if you don't have to.
For sure.
How do you feel
about getting
over protecting Pakistan is fine.
What about?
I don't like Costa Rica here. We don't have the ops to do that. We have too much to do.
What do you think about getting some ops into Canada for NORAD at any point, or is there too much to do?
I think that I would love to get NORAD, but like we just don't have the luxury right now. Okay, that's interesting. That gives us the adjacency for West Germany and also threatens Algeria. But he was probably going to take Algeria anyway, so I don't know.
But with de Gaulle gone, that's an op that can cause some trouble. And they went for the Middle East money instead. So I'd take Algeria now before. Although I have to use Fidel to do it.
No, don't space here. Don't. Oh my God. Yeah. No, don't do this. You need to spend. No, this is wrong. This needs to be Algeria. This was the whole point of poking,
getting access. Yeah. So Fidel to Algeria.
Take Algeria. Yeah. This has got.
Although that means by the end of the turn you won't be able to get into Zaire, right? With 3 action rounds left. Algeria, Angola, Zaire. Maybe.
That was already a problem. What are we doing? Why are we poking here? I don't understand this at all.
He's got Truman Doctrine. I think he's hoping that the opponent won't refill it. But the opponent will know Truman Doctrine is in his hand because it's turn 3.
Yeah, I'm forgetting what was in USSR's hands. So maybe he had identified that China was going to have to be played. In which case, okay, like getting China is not nothing.
The opponent had Duck and Cover in hand and 5-year plan, but could space Duck and Cover and no problem. So
yeah,
I think it was optimistic.
I like that we got China, but this also means so. We're now looking like, with the possible exception of Angola or Truman. Wait, we're spacing independent. What?
They are in Romania, but Yeah.
Oh, I see. They're spacing independent because they want to keep Dom. I think that's too big of a risk. I think that's the USSR mistake.
Yeah, I don't
You
think that's
cannot
necessary.
take Duck into mid-war needlessly, especially if you're giving up China card.
Yeah.
So
They've
now we
left
don't have
themselves in
we don't have a single mid-war battleground now, and it cost us 4 ops to double poke France. I do not think that that was worth it at all. This is a much better hand though. There's a couple ways you could go with this.
knowing they hold duck and cover, I assume you don't want to use missile envy, because you could blow up the world if they've got
Correct.
wheel
I would be
barriers.
inclined to make this a. I think it's a bear trap because we can then coup and follow that up with the colonial rear guards directly into battlegrounds. Whereas if we do it first, it's not as clean.
Bear
But I
trap.
could also
Bear
see
trap
an
jumps
argument
out
for
to me.
just doing
CRG. Yeah.
The
Bear trap or CRG
yeah,
are the
the
two I'd
difference-
go for.
Yeah, the difference with bear trap is that okay, well now at least, depending on where they go with Hunsa, okay, that's where they should have gone. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So this is okay.
Ooh,
Now we go 3.
Interesting.
We go 3 into Panama
that means they
and
didn't
use
put
the other.
duck and cover into the trap. They put Yasuri.
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah. Maybe they're actually protecting against a missile envy, which I can appreciate. But anyway, this should be 3. This should be 3 Panama, 1 Algeria here. No, absolutely not. No. This is not a rush. No.
Yeah, got plenty
I
of
know
time
you
to
have
do that.
Africa, but you have. Okay, this I think is my best guess here with Kevin is that he's read the wisdom from players of focus on unscored regions and focus on regions where the scoring is coming. And he's holding Africa, and so I think he's thinking, okay, I don't know where Central is, that could change. I'm going to take these Africa battlegrounds. I think the problem here is that he's not appreciating the opportunity cost, where he has lost a very valuable country that could make the difference between Dom one way or the other, which is a massive potential swing,
and potentially control with liberation theology. So it's not just Dom.
There's no rush. Yeah, the only Africa rush is that if Portuguese or South African gets invented, fine, you lose 1 battleground that is not as important because you know that you're going to get at least 3 others. So I don't know. I think this is just a mistake on his part. So anyway, now we're getting back to we're breaking here. Okay.
So now
South America. South America is being played. That break on Algeria plus taking Colombia to me strongly suggests a South America scoring in USSR's hand.
Yep, going to try and win 7 VP. So would you coup Colombia?
Yeah, I'd be pretty inclined to coup Colombia here, even if it means losing Algeria. But again, we didn't have to find ourselves in this bad of a spot.
Yep.
We still have NATO here. We're about to
just filling.
so
That's sneaky.
Now we're trying to
if they drop South America, we could score Asia Dom. So it's a sneaky.
Don't hate that.
Sneaky chat.
I don't think that. I don't know if it needed to overprotect Algeria there.
I think he really wants control, doesn't he? That's what it's all about. So at least now, Africa control. Okay. Now's the time to take
so
it.
Now
right?
He's gonna drop Africa,
and then they'll drop South America scoring.
I mean, I could have read it wrong, but okay.
Yep. Yeah. Well done. So now Asia drops for 1 VP in US's favor because there's not enough time to do anything else.
Yeah, unless we're literally going to just rush.
Always going to jam with the China card.
Yeah. Okay. The problem is if we see any type of counter here, like if he rushes Japan in response, so I guess we could use AI war to take North Korea then. So, all right, as long as the opponent doesn't have a 4 up here.
Yeah. The downside, of course, of using Arab Israeli is it's 2 VP swing, isn't it? Because you'll give them mill-ops. At the moment,
because they haven't couped yet, correct?
Okay, well, this turned out all right. Dodged a bullet.
Yeah, just
Asia
drop
scoring
it. Just
for
drop it. Don't get greedy here. Don't take North Korea. I know, I understand why, but you're giving up mill-ops. You're potentially giving up an addition.
Effectively, it's neutral, isn't it? Because 2 VP for Korea and 2 VP for the mill-ops. So you don't
Yeah,
gain.
I mean, long term.
Long term, it's better.
There's a value in the long term, but like I think I wouldn't give it here because we still might get it next turn anyway.
Yeah, if they take a coup and there's no immediate action.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Score
We're
it.
also depriving ourselves of possible space. Yeah, just score this.
On the
We
2VP
have
square as well.
other obligations.
Yeah, if they one small step
Okay,
next turn. Yeah, good
job,
decision.
Good job.
So
and a 5-year plan of
they
what?
want Milops.
Yeah, okay, they're gonna get Dom as well.
Presence-less domination. Nice little 5-year plan there. Ditch 3VP.
So this is tricky here because
Arab Israel coup Nicaragua.
Because it's either that or a summit coup and lose the VP on Milops, but it's tough. This is tough because I don't want to just toss a couple in Mexico, where we are or I don't want to toss one in Mexico.
Liberation Theology, Brush War, and ABM are still in the deck. So Mexico's pretty precarious.
I think this is correct.
Cool.
All right. Well, we stopped Dom. We get our Milops.
Got Russian grain sales. Nice. Easy grain.
I think this is a pretty clear grain.
Shame they gave the China card back, but that is life. Because obviously, if you're graining, you're cooing, and if you're cooing, they get North Korea back.
I would like to try to get a coup on Colombia before the brush, but we might not have that luxury.
Okay, so they go for Nicaragua basically, and now 3-1 on Costa Rica.
Okay. Yeah. So hopefully we
grab. That's a bummer.
Really no.
Okay, so
I think we have
do you coup Panama and hope for the best? Yeah,
I think this is a return and just go for the Panama coup because it's the only unscored battleground to really go for. So we just got to return this, unfortunately. And then hope that it removes an influence and that they can't just drop Central right here.
And then if you flub, do you follow up with Brush War and Panama at 50-50?
Boy, I think I would rather. Well, so sorry. If we miss it, do we follow up with it? You're saying?
Yes. If you miss the coup on Panama, and they don't drop Central America scoring.
If they don't drop Central right away, I don't think they have it. So I think I would say it's not as much of a rush, and I would just fill. I would fill Mexico. Or actually, no. Excuse me. I would take Korea because I don't think there would be as much.
Oh, not there. Oh, he had a chance to drop DEFCON, and he didn't take it.
This is another. There's just no reason to give this up here. I'm not. I think he's just over. There's some basic choices here, and I think he's just kind of talking himself out of them.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I think he was seduced by trying to realign Cuba, but you should always take the opportunity to drop DEFCON in the headline. Yeah, now we have problems here. I mean, he was going to miss the coup, but it still could have protected his Africa control. Now he has to worry about the flip of Angola. Yep. And he's got Portuguese Empire crumbles, but we've not seen South Africa unrest, have we? So.
Yeah, or just a 3-op also. Yep.
So is it Alliance 1 Angola 2 North Korea?
I think that's correct. I mean, Central sucks, but no, don't do that.
Maybe he's just drawing attention to the fact the card is in his hand, rather than he's going to use it.
That's true.
No, stop cooing on Battlegrounds.
Yeah, I think, because here's the other thing. It's like, Central Dom is only worth, I guess if you include the presence, it's only worth 3 VP, but normally worth 2 VP.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see a coup here just to take the Dom back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just not a good use of our ops here.
And you need to use Brush War before Flower Power.
Yeah, Panama? Now this is presumably going to go on Panama, but it's at a 50-50 instead of a 2 out of 3 that it could be. Oof. And it would have hit if he'd cooed Colombia first.
Okay, so.
All right, we've got to use lads here. Take North Korea. Or Flower Power to go Mexico.
Now that Brush War's gone, yeah. But yeah, Angola's a must, right?
Or Lao Cambodia is also important here. Overprotecting
huge
North Korea. No. There's no reason for that. That is not an urgency right this moment. If he wants to give you China, fine, let him.
Ooh, man.
looking
That
at a
Middle East is
possible
looking
control of the
rough.
Middle East here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to hold on to Sadat as long as we can. But we're gonna have to play it so we can hold, because we absolutely have got to hold Async.
So the USSR jammed Thailand and flipped it. That's
right. I mean, if we're gonna I don't know. I mean, that's yeah. He didn't have much to do with his ops, the USSR, and so if we're going to overprotect Asia, like it makes a lot more sense to overprotect Thailand.
yeah. Yep. Even with Southeast Asia scoring gone.
And we've spent all this time cooing, and like still haven't stopped on. Like this is just this is unfortunate. All right, now we have to worry again because we didn't battleground coup. Now we have to worry about Nigeria as well, and we're protecting that.
Do you hold us not through the turn an event Sadat?
Oh, 100%. I mean, yeah. Like I don't like eventing Sadat here, but I think
it slows down Middle East control. Yeah. Don't use the influence.
Don't overprotect.
Definitely want to invent it.
Don't use the influence.
Want to event that.
I understand he's thinking, it's better to wait until there's an influence in Egypt, and that's true, but like this is just too important here.
Yep, and he may not see it again.
And we're not stopping Dom by going to Guatemala. Like this, yeah. All right, Central's in our hand. So the good news is we've got voice here.
Yep. And they're gonna get 2 VPs in space.
We've got to take no.
Stuff out of Thailand.
Got to come out of Panama to give us. If we're going to do that, we've got to at least get one out of Panama here. Why? There's no reason to do Cuba instead of Panama. No reason to do Cuba over Panama, because Panama gives us a flip possibility he has to worry about. We can't flip Cuba.
Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah. Not in a hurry.
So like we could do like one Thailand, one Panama, one Cuba. That would actually give us DOMs.
And one Uruguay as well. Yeah.
One Uruguay. And now we can't. We could have taken Panama in response. Now our best hope is to just realign Mexico. Oh, this is this is ugly. There's and like if we had taken one out of Cuba and one out of Panama, we could do that. We just have more options for ourselves. We're just limiting our options here. And now what we have to do is we have to take Thailand. Please take Thailand here. And then we have to, okay. And then they will presumably coup Guatemala and we'll lose our realign chance. No, they're just going to take control, because why wouldn't they? And now we only get a +1, so we still might fail our realigns, but we have to take our realigns.
I suspect he won't, because he's thinking, I'm going to ask not Central America scoring, so I won't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I still think that...
You're still leaving a problem for later in the game.
Yeah, why not realign it now while you have a chance that you might never see again?
Mm-hmm. Same reason you event Sadat rather than put it back in the deck. You may never see it again. Better to use the event while it's in hand.
I've been doing a lot of talking. What would you be doing here?
With my third puppet government op, I would put it in Gulf states in case I somehow lose my access in Jordan. I'm not sure there's anywhere particularly brilliant to put it. So Haiti doesn't do a lot.
I think I would put one somewhere in Africa just to give, because we don't have
for domination. Yes. That's a good shout.
Beyond
that changes the scoreboard. I'd be more nervous about Jordan if I didn't hold Muslim Rev myself. If I wasn't holding Muslim Rev, I would be very nervous that I'm about to get cleared out of the Middle East.
Yeah, so I think our next play needs to be ask not to dump everything else in our hand.
Yeah, there's nothing left worth playing. Oof, is that 5 VP? 6.
That's 6.
Painful. So yeah, ask not now. No time to dawdle.
So we might. The only bad part about pitching all this is it increases the likelihood we pull Europe, and there's nothing to be done about that.
Indeed. That's the last scoring card in the bag, isn't it? Nice. Ooh, ABM, nice.
Oh, there goes Camp David. So
where's your ABM? Is it in? Well, now we got. So he's in Argentina and Yeah, taking those South American ones isn't a bad shout. Oh, he's finally thought about NORAD now that he's got Quagmire.
Yeah, and I think that's fine.
I would definitely be putting a
Now
bit
that we
more
don't have to
influence into
worry.
South America. Yeah, well,
But yeah,
now he's
now
going to
we have
threaten it.
we've
Shuttle
got
diplomacy, take Argentina
this is,
and Cuba with shuttle dip is what I would do.
or Chile, you mean?
Chile, yes, thank you. The other C in. Ooh, that's odd. He invented OAS and put both in Argentina.
Okay, now we need to spend probably all of this shuttle
Yep, in Africa.
in Africa,
Yep, to make
and
good.
then oh no, it's got to
Overprotect
be one more
Angola.
in Angola.
Oi, I would have put both in Angola because
Now
that's very
we might
flippable.
see a flip here.
Yeah.
Yep, this is probably a flip. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Angola, like different countries, you have to think about what's getting overprotected and not. But Angola is a high priority
Yeah.
overprotect.
So is he now ABM cooing Angola to get his mill ops?
Yeah, I was gonna say Mexico, but I think I might switch it
Yes.
to Angola. No, don't you dare do Zaire. No, no, no,
Whoa.
no. Five,
Yep.
and there's no reason to take that risk. This
No. Guarantee the flip
trying
of
to
Angola.
maximize. I mean, I understand. Like he wants to. Like if you wanted to use your NORAD off. Oh, did we lose his
Oh,
video? Oh,
that might be the end of
oh,
the stream. So he's made it to turn 8 in the game. Aha. Well, there we go. We've not even got a
that.
whole game.
Oh,
How exciting.
Kevin, you got to send the whole game. Uh, let's hold on. Is he trying to be sneaky and get advice so that he can make it his next turn? Is that what this is all about?
I will ask and I will not send the video until the game is over.
That's pretty funny.
It is.
Well, I'm a little
It's probably good.
disappointed we didn't get to see the thrilling conclusion.
I could feel you getting wound up like like when you're wringing out a wet towel. So like I had that
Yeah,
sense. You were definitely getting into a tailspin.
to be fair, this is often how I react when watching your stream, except less kindly than I am
Thank you.
today.
That's what I want to hear. I'm quite happy to be the focus of your ire. So yeah, how would you bundle up the generic advice to him as a player? So I think one of my takeaways is you said that he's obviously read the stuff about attack unscored regions, focus on those, but you're saying he's doing that to the expense of also developing elsewhere on the game board. So don't get tunnel vision into attacking that unscored region.
Yeah,
Think about
I
doing
think
that, but also doing other
what
stuff.
what I'm noticing is I think he is trying to maximize the value of each card independent of what the board is actually showing him.
Mm-hmm.
So like for example, like he's wanting to make sure he's like getting the max value out of that ABM coup, even though like it wasn't guaranteed, rather
Whereas
than
the
locking
straightforward coup of Angola is safer and in both the medium and the long term, really.
Yeah, and like things like not taking the coup to drop DEFCON when he could have locked him up Thailand early on.
Yep.
There
so
were
there's some big questions around
not getting. Sorry, go ahead.
big questions about DEFCON control, right? When he grain sales, he couped Nicaragua, not Panama, and the question is, like, what? I'm not convinced I've seen anyone make a reasonable case as to why that's a better move than just cooing the battleground with grain sales.
I mean, I think there are circumstances to not drop DEFCON that too many to go into. I don't think that was one of them there. And I know it's a tricky thing to figure out. When am I dropping DEFCON? When am I prioritizing the scoring now versus scoring later? Some regions tend to be more stable and worth more BPs, so like it's more okay to put points, broadly speaking, into a place like Asia or Europe that's already scored, as opposed to Africa, which is much less stable and much more likely to flip depending on events. And that just kind of comes with experience and identifying, what the right situation is, where the BP track is at, and whether you can afford to take a kind of a short-term hit for looking better in the long term, etc.
Yeah.
But I think like something that I like when I was the first few months or however long when I was playing this game, I remember things like never wanting to put influence into France because I hadn't seen all of the Europe scoring cards yet, and like now that wisdom the commonly accepted wisdom is, you don't just wait for De Gaulle and Suez to be removed before putting any influence to France,
you
because
make it a problem for the USSR.
You're potentially missing out on value in VPs and creating a threat for them by not putting any influence in, as long as those are still unremoved in the deck. So like that type of thinking, and the idea that he didn't want to, we had it muted, but I'm guessing he didn't want to event Sadat there because he couldn't guarantee that it locked him down.
That he could take
those types
Egypt,
of things where
So
he's concerned about maximizing the value, and I think
yeah.
don't worry about maximizing value. It's okay if the card doesn't do the most it could possibly do. The idea is that it's doing the most for you in that board state at that time.
All right. So if we're going to put it pithily, it's that he is going for operational efficiency at the expense of tempo, right? Taking France,
At the expense of
eventing a
tempo
building the board,
and both current and potential VPs. The
Yes.
point of the game isn't to maximize your ops. The point of the game is to win.
Yeah, which is by maximizing your VP. And that's a mix of scoring as positively as possible, but also developing the game board to score future VP. It'd be interesting to see how he views future VPs, because I think that seems to be a big takeaway. That he was very much, I've got this scoring card now, so I have to do X. Or, well, that happened a lot. That happened when he had Asia, it happened when he had the Middle East in turn 1, it happened when he had Africa. It's like, I've got the cards, I'll do what I can to make this scoring card good, not the scoring cards that are yet to be seen.
Yeah, so probably the best example of that was the Panama, the not taking Panama on his AR1.
Yep.
Or AR, I guess it was
Yep. Failing to coup with grain sales and failing to remove an op with Voice of America later on as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think in his mind he's like, oh, okay, I have Africa in hand. I'm making sure that I lock down the battlegrounds in Africa, and I know that that's going to score. And he ended up scoring control, and that's great. But it cost him Panama,
most of Central America, yeah.
And yes, he happened to be able to ask not away Central, but there was at that time that he did that, there was no guarantee that was going to happen. And in all likelihood, the worst case scenario, if he had waited an AR to play Colonial, since Decal is gone, is that he loses Angola and that's it.
Yep.
And so he still would be able to get Dom and to be able to get a very, very solid VP score, while also leaving himself in a better spot in Central, which again is a more stable region than Africa is. So anyway, I think Kevin has some good instincts. He did a good job with that North Korea to create the threat that allowed him to get Africa control. So I don't want to say he's making all mistakes here.
Although on the other hand, he did get flipped in Thailand because he hadn't overprotected it. So he gained one battleground and lost another one.
Correct.
So we saw up to the turn 7 reshuffle. So we will know the result at some point. But what do you think the end result of the game is going to be? So we saw Asia domination.
Okay, let me put it back to
this. I was going to test your memory. So he's dominating in Asia. So yeah, he's definitely dominating in Asia because he retook Thailand, but he's behind in Central America and Europe. He is now more or less even in Africa, right? And he can be even in South America, but he's behind in Middle East as well. Yeah, so he's behind in 3 regions. 4.
Okay, so he's right.
3 regions, yeah.
Yeah. So he has China.
We get to see the reshuffle. That means. Does that not mean that? Yeah, that means that the opponent has got Europe scoring in hand as well. So it's actually the scoreline is red 14.
Yeah, so we're behind. We're behind 14. We are only ahead in.
And CIA's gone, right? I don't see a path to victory. Is what I'm saying in a nutshell. For the USA player, DEFCON. Well, while they're holding the China card, DEFCON's a possibility in late war, but you have to fade war games, and they mustn't score enough VPs to win outright.
Yeah, I would need to see the card tracker to see exactly what else is in USSR's hand. I would seriously consider. Oh God, it would mean giving another VP, but I would seriously consider holding Red Scare through to next turn with an eye on DEFCON being the only chance, and an ASAP DEFCON being our best chance before scoring cards can come out. So I think it's like events Armin this turn. Hope to hit one of the negative scoring cards. Space Quagmire, take the hit VP hit on U2, manage the other cards, hold Red Scare through, and then either drop DEFCON and headline or headline Red Scare. And then like that's basically it. And like if we don't win on DEFCON on turn 8 and dodge both war games and negative scoring cards, it's probably over.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Cool. We didn't.
Go ahead.
I didn't say enough stupid moves. I guess the good thing about watching someone else's video is that we don't have a lot of time for me to suggest really stupid moves. So
Well,
maybe we need to pause it more frequently.
If this had been a live game, or you're right, we didn't end up pausing it. Maybe we should have. If this had been a live game, there would have been more natural pauses to discuss plays.
That is true. This was
case,
spliced, wasn't it?
just
Of
went
course.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think in the future, if we do a live commentary, I think there'll be more time for you to throw out some
Great.
crazy,
Some really crazy stuff. So then that begs the question, right? So we didn't stream this. We just recorded it. Is the recording worth putting up on YouTube? I don't think it was crazy.
I mean,
I won't.
think,
for clarity, I won't put up until the game's over, right? We know that this game might
right.
still be continuing in real time. So once
think
Angry Duckling confirms the result,
I think your fans should not be deprived of any possible
any
content.
amount of Wittering, great. And then, like, I guess so. The next question is, like, this is good for this player who is playing async. You play async. They're going to get some more from it. I think I can live with us doing another async one. Like when you said at the start, this might be a bit janky because it's going to be all stitched together. It wasn't impossibly bad actually. It was still watchable. Like you're right.
Yeah,
The flow was
fine.
different to a live game. And then would you do a live game? Because Action Round Zero do that, and of course they do it very competently. And like my brand is not Action Round Zero. Let's put it that way.
Yes, I'm fine with us doing our own, low budget, low production values live game.
Okay, so if someone says, like, so Angry Duckling has currently asked for the async review, but if someone else says, I'm prepared to offer one of my games up onto the altar of idiocy that is Cardlinger's stream, and the altar of fury that is Donzo's stream, we could do one of those and see how that goes.
I would have some interest in that, yes.
Okay, good. All right. I should say it's righteous fury. It's not indiscriminate fury or even unreasonable at times. Like, you've definitely got focused anger, which is...
I try to keep it within reason.
It's a weapon, right? It can be wielded for good and for bad. All right, cool. Well, that was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you. I'll stop recording now, so say goodbye to everyone. I need to, like, get out of Discord, so you've got time to say goodbye.
All right. Well, thanks to anybody for watching. Assuming if no one else, Kevin's watching this, but anyone else,
exactly.
Thanks, and stop by with us next time.
Yes, I will get off this call and I will drop Angry Duckling a line and say, tell us when the game is over. The last still says he's only got 2 days and 3 hours of async time left, so he might lose to time as well as to VP and to DEFCON and to War Games. So we'll see. But I'll say, tell me when it's done and we'll share.
It's entirely possible that was the end of the game and that he lost to time and was too embarrassed to throw that in there.
I'll make sure I clarify. And yeah, cool. We'll I just realized I have unminimized the screen so people can see nothing in particular that's too worrying. I just realized they can see all of my Discord message screen, but it's basically me telling you I've eaten pasta bake. And they can't see the bad joke I made. So that's fine. There's nothing on there, I'm afraid, for other people to see. Sweet. So, yeah, cool. I will stop recording now.